Hello teachers, hello everybody, linguists, those interested in the field, of teaching and linguistics. I'm, going to introduce scientific analysis of happy campers and draw a comparison between that book and other, manuals. I'm here to introduce scientific analysis which leads us to ask that scientific question: does happy campers respect the process of language acquisition and production? Does it facilitate that operation or not? To answer this question, we need to study the scientific linguistic components which contribute to the process of language acquisition and production. And one of these elements is the linguistic discourse. Let's study, this component called linguistic discourse contained in the book to see whether it is efficacious or not. Any linguistic discourse must reflect these 4 points. The first one is scene presentation. The second one is scene content. The fourth is sentence formulation, and the fifth is grammar advancement. First of all, the book does really contain easy to apply scenes and easy to grasp scenes. The scenes contained in the book are easy to grasp by students, by kids, and are easy to apply by teachers. When I say easy to apply, teachers find it so easy to make the student, kids, engaged in sharing the talk and the conversation. And the same scenes are easy to grasp because through my own teaching experience, I see that most kids find it easy to share the talk contained in the book because the scenes are easy to grasp. Scene presentation analysis. First of all, we must believe that the more efficacious the scene is, the more efficacious the linguistic discourse becomes. Because the scene is the key to understanding the objectives of the unit and of the book, generally speaking, and is the key to motivating the linguistic atmosphere where kids are going, to perform. And actually, there are 2 types of scenes in the book: the global scene and the specific, scene. The global, scene usually helps target the objectives of the unit and stimulate the bio-neuro-linguistic device towards the process of acquisition and production. While the specific scene, helps motivate children inside the linguistic scenes, which is described as a social unit that is equivalent to the social unit or to the linguistic atmosphere of their first language space. Here we're going to introduce a practical simple application. We choose Happy Campers for unit number 3. The global scene introduces the objectives of the unit children need to implement inside the specific scenes. It introduces job locations or the places where people work and perform their duties. And I'm going to introduce these, places. Okay, in unit number 3. Unit number 3 starts, with these locations, right? Airport, clinic, fire station lab, police station, restaurant, office, theater. Here, this selection is well chosen, well admired by kids. And such, presentation paves the way for an efficacious practice, an efficacious, performance of a chain of linguistic events. And this selection is scientifically, especially linguistically, described as a lingustimulus. Because the space is a lingustimulus. The linguistic atmosphere is a stimulator. It stimulates our neurolinguistic device. I describe it as lingustimulus because it prepares our neurolinguistic device for the on-stage communication that is forthcoming, that is going to happen in the very few next pages. Another component of that scene presentation is the sing-song swift, because the unit starts with introducing the elements the kids are going to engage in, and these elements are job locations. And after dealing with that global scene, the kids are going to sing songs related to the same topic. And this type of psychological preparation is described as a linguistic station. It's a warm-up strategy to direct children towards the performance of linguistic scenes, of which songs form a major part with 10 to 20%. Let's go to the scene content. To introduce a scientific analysis of the scene content, we need to study the category of speech introduced or included in each specific scene. The scene content refers to speech category. It is categorized, or it is characterized as simple. Simplicity in book number 3, unit number 3. The model is: we're late on. What time do you get up? At 7 o'clock. But I need to eat breakfast before I go to school. Let's study, this scene content and talk about simplicity as a major component or as a major characteristic of the scene content. So this part of speech is easy to share because the scene content is or respect the process of acquisition and production concerning sonic construction and semantic construction. The scene introduces a linguistic speech whose words sonic units are easy to absorb by kids. The words are made up of short morphemes and syllables that are, that go in harmony with each other, first of all, then with the kids' bio-neurolinguistic device. And the shortness of these, sonic units are contained semantically. Semantic construction: the scene introduces a content that's rich in meaning because it's a real life, routine, a real life experience. Because any linguistic scene, or if any linguistic, scene is part of our real life routine or experience, make sure that the speech contained or the scene content is something rich in meanings. Here we are to see that meaningfulness of the real life and experiences. Such scenes are easy to share, so the bio-neurolinguistic device is accustomed to perform them every day. That's the reason.